to the Pit and Paddock Racing Show for our annual Star Spangled Independence Day edition. Annual.
Yeah. There's Star Spangled stuff on the trump card.
My hat. It's the hat.
My hat's blue. It's not the right blue.
That's a good percentage of the colors.
Yeah. Sure.
Well, NASCAR went to Atlanta for the Sherman's March 400, available at the Lincoln Center. I think that's the actual name, isn't it?
Yeah, available at something. Why did this feel like a restrictor plate race?
It was a restrictor plate race?
Oh, okay. Like, wow, I didn't think Atlanta was big enough to be a restrictor plate race.
They repaved it and increased the banking so it would drive like a restrictor plate track a couple years ago. And it turns out it's the most interesting restrictor plate race out of all of them after Daytona and Talladega are kind of boring now.
So now it's like IndyCar at Las Vegas.
Yes, but without the terrible tragedies.
Yes. Tell us about the race.
Well, it was a busy one. Not a lot of napping in the first stage this time. Logano started P1, and he led early until lap 44 when the red flag came out for rain.
Was this another Amazon broadcast? Because I couldn't find a replay.
They've switched over to TNT now for the races.
Apparently that's worse.
There's actual commercials, and it annoys me a little bit.
Yeah, I couldn't find it. I started to watch it, and then I went to go back and watch the rest, and I couldn't find a replay.
Oh, did they not put it?
Not well. I had to wait like 4 hours to watch a replay, so it was all so screwed up. I figured it was Amazon.
Oh. On to lap 57. Oh, they're crashing. I think that was Steve Letard. As Bell busts the brackets and Blaney's bumper on the backstretch.
Wait, was it Steve Letard?
Yeah.
How did he get on this one too?
Yeah, they rolled the Amazon crew over.
Ah, okay. Steve Letard, I think is his name.
It's so easy. It just kind of rolls off the tongue.
Yeah.
Stage 1 ended up going to Austin Cindric after they took out a good quarter of the field there.
Do we really need stages in every race?
Every time you ask that question, NASCAR adds another stage. It's fun and entertaining. We're going to have the stages so we can fit more commercials in.
It's like when you piss off George Martin, he kills a Stark.
Yeah. Well, now he just continues to refuse writing books.
You would think that I thought stages were brought in for the long, boring races where the cars got stretched out too much.
Yeah.
And now it's every race.
Supposedly because they give you points at the stage end to try to keep everyone racing throughout. I think it's just to fit more commercials in and have a planned break.
At this point, it's like sprint cars.
Yeah. Well.
They might as well have an A main.
Lap 69, a red flag with another massive crash involving every car behind fifth place, I believe. It was obviously Kyle Busch is one of them, because of course it is.
You can't have a crash without Kyle Busch in there somewhere.
It is a race day, so Kyle Busch needs to be in a crash.
I think this is what you'd call a promoter's race.
Oh, definitely.
Promoters love all this action.
For the next 40 laps, Little Ty Gibbs and Chris Buescher go back and forth for the lead, which is actually entertaining.
I was surprised to see Little Ty in the lead. I actually texted him in the middle of the race, and he texted me back and said, I know, I'm as surprised as you are. I don't know how I got up front.
Well, hopefully that lasts the whole race. It's not.
No.
Recchi Spinhouse meets the wall, and Hocevar was nowhere near him.
That's surprising.
Yeah, I was kind of shocked. Disappointing. He had the Pancakes car. I like the Pancakes car.
Oh, that was a good car. What was all this talk about Ricky Sten is great at Atlanta?
He's usually is good on the restrictor plate tracks. Having a little lesser mid-tier equipment, he's sometimes able to get up and get a win. Well, either win or crash is about what happens to him. And
if you ain't first, you're last.
Yeah, Today was a crash, not involving Carson Hocevar.
Shocking.
Lap 111, Riley Herbst in the car took a crash, and he decided to take out Gilligan with him.
Did Gilligan have the Peanuts car?
There
Usually has fruit or legumes of some sort.
I don't remember
He
what
didn't
he
have
was
the
doing
pickle
today.
car.
No, Ty Gibbs stole the pickle car from him today.
Yeah.
Did you see that?
Yeah,
The Sonic and pickle car for some reason.
that's probably why he was up at first, because he had the pickle
The
car.
pickle car. Stage 2 was a photo finish with Superman and Chase Elliott.
Wait, who ended up getting that one?
I think Reddick got it
Oh, okay.
in the Superman car. Also sponsored by Topps Cards. That's kind of a weird combo.
They make enough money to sponsor a stock car?
I guess they do.
Wow.
I didn't know that they still made cards.
I noticed a lot of empty seats at Atlanta.
That's kind of weird that Atlanta's been putting on a pretty interesting races for the past few years.
Yeah.
Maybe after this one, people will show up.
Yeah, when you get some good crashes, that sells tickets for the next year.
I would go if I lived within driving distance.
Yeah. We did vote. Did we vote in Atlanta too? Like without our permission or something? Was that just Cook County? No, that's Chicago.
Yeah.
Fulton.
Fulton.
Fulton County. We all voted in Fulton County, whether we wanted to or not. My highlight was lap 175 when SVG gave Atlanta a lawn job. That was pretty good.
They need to get that fixed.
They had some nice grass.
Maybe it's time for some turf. That grass rips the car apart.
Oh, like AstroTurf turf?
Yeah.
Like plastic turf?
Yeah.
Oh, they won't slide on that like a wet pancake, will they? Oh, apparently in the Netherlands, if you call someone a pancake, that means that they're like worthless and can't do anything.
Oh.
So, pancake.
So the Lance Stroll then?
Yeah, Lance Stroll would be a pancake in the Netherlands.
Okay. Good to know when I go to the Netherlands. Lap 190, Bubba Wallace is spun by Bubba Wallace for, I don't know, the third time in the race. It seemed like every other caution was involving Bubba Wallace.
He didn't have the fries on his car this time, did he?
No, not this time. The bloody fries.
Yeah.
5 laps later, the treetop car crashes again.
Too bad. I like the treetop car.
What's that? That's a nice car. 203, the privateer, David Starr, spins himself out on the front stretch for a yellow and gets stuck in the grass or so. I don't know.
Paul would have given him $100 for that.
I think he was like 40 laps down, and he didn't even crash before that. That's just his speed.
Did he get that far down and you're...
Did he crash? The guy that crashed is 10 laps ahead of him. How did that happen?
Yeah, he was saving his equipment.
34 to go. Haley spins out, and that leads to some pit stops. Brad Kay and Elliott stay out, track position. Everyone else behind him pits. And immediately, Elliott drops back, and I decided that was a terrible call.
You know, when you see you're like the only car that stayed out, you're going, oh, crap. You're yelling at your pit crew chief.
Yeah, you're like, oops. Here, I'm like, well, that was a good run. 23 to go. Zane Smith takes the lead. I was kind of surprised by that.
Who's Zane Smith?
That's what I said. He was in the lead.
He must be on the same team as
He runs with Gilligan and
Privateer Star.
yeah. That's a lot different. But then Chase Elliott surges back with 1 lap to go. He gets a massive push from his teammate Alex Bowman, and he wins for the first time in 44 races.
Oh, wow.
Finally.
He also ruined Ford's dream day, too. After qualifying, Ford thought they were going to run that place.
All 3 Penske cars were out by like lap 52, I think. Penske not having a great year in any series.
They're like Red Bull and Formula One.
Yeah, that's rough. I want to know how Atlanta is so much better racing than Daytona and Talladega.
Maybe they put half restrictor plates on them, so...
It seems like the handling comes into play a little bit more at Atlanta. So the cars can actually like move around and race each other rather than just saving fuel for the entire race.
It didn't feel like they were in line and just all formed up for the whole race like it does at the super speedways.
It kind of reminded me of like late 90s 2000s NASCAR speedways where they were still kind of spread out and you could still race each other.
When the racing was good,
Yeah, you remember that.
like Days of Thunder level racing.
Yeah. Going through it, Harry.
We're having an ice cream. Can't come into the pits. In other news for NASCAR, Mexican driver Daniel Suarez is parting ways with Trackhouse Racing. Our sources say he decided to leave after learning that marrying someone from California would not give birthright citizenship to his children. Like, because there's no American citizens left in California.
No, there's not. I'm sure it had nothing to do with him being 29th in the standings and his teammate Ross Chastain is 8th.
It's like the Lance Stroll to Fernando Alonso.
Who's his other teammate? SVG just won in Mexico City too. So
Oh, yeah. And his Suarez's daddy doesn't own the team like Lance Stroll, so
no.
he's not going to be around.
Sources say a Days of Thunder 2 movie is in development. Tom Cruise, who is 62, would be the oldest driver since Sonny Hayes to take part in the racing series. Sonny Hayes is 61.
Oh, Tom Cruise will beat him. I heard that there might be a crossover between F1 the movie and Days of Thunder 2 so they can get Brad Pitt and Tom Cruise together. And sell a few more tickets.
You're talking big bucks here now.
Yeah.
2 60-year-old drivers. It kind of makes sense. Sonny's done with Formula One after his one season, and he goes over to NASCAR.
It could be, it could be like Talladega Nights where Sonny Hayes is the Formula One guy that comes over, drinks cappuccinos while he's driving, and Tom Cruise can be Ricky Bobby.
I don't. Tom Cruise with a southern accent doesn't sound good.
We're in that era where film studios don't do anything new. They just want to do remakes and stars of yesteryear so they won't lose money. Let's do the best and worst paint schemes for the Atlanta 400.
Let's start off with the best one.
Best. I went with Herbst, the 45 treetop car, because I like apple cider.
Treetop is apple juice.
No, not if you buy it at the dollar store.
That's a fair point.
Yeah, just leave it in there long enough.
I went with the Cinnamon Toast Crunch car, number 17, because I used to like Cinnamon Toast Crunch a lot.
Did it have a guy in a chef's hat or something on it?
Yes, back then it had the chef's hat guys, and now it's like a little Cinnamon Toast Crunch crazy cartoon character.
Oh.
They changed it.
Worst paint schemes?
I went down to the Xfinity series for this. Anthony Alfredo drove the number 42 South Africa car. It's a beautiful place where you can be brutally murdered, not for the content of your character, but for the color of your skin.
Oh.
I'm so glad they're sponsoring a car.
No boars on that car, right?
No.
My worst car was Elliott in the number 9 Napa car. It looked like somebody took 1995 AI and had it draw the pictures on. Oh, it was just bad. I get it though. Let's have a little kid draw it, and that. But
You can't make fun of the small cancer child drawing the paint scheme.
I appreciate the small cancer child's effort, but it just looked like random squiggles and a nurse.
It was tough to see what it was from the TVs.
Oh, I couldn't
TV
tell what
view.
it was. I had to go to the Silly Season site and zoom in.
This is Zoom. Coming up next for NASCAR, we're heading to the Chicago Street Course for the Bullet Safe Kevlar Vest 165.
Right on.
So that should be good.
That is an appropriate sponsor for the streets of Chicago.
Weird how it worked out that way.
Yeah.
How that's their totally real sponsor.